I spent the summer being a learner instead of a teacher, and that was a very different role for me.
It's been kind of a confidence boost, and then some reassurance that the things that I learned in college and that I've been teaching my students really have an application in the real world.
It's made me a braver teacher, I think, than before.
My summer experience at Dr. Morgan Challer's lab working on stable isotopes helped me understand a lot more about how science is conducted, which will allow me to help my students understand how science is conducted.
By braver, I mean not being beholden to practice problems and the calculations and the heavy stuff, the classical stuff of physics that you normally think of. It's more of problem solving and critical thinking and going through being a scientist as opposed to just doing the calculations that come with physics.
This experience allowed me to show my students that learning is a lifelong journey, so that as I'm going through and I'm learning new things, that I'm able to share it with them, and that discovery is kind of a cool process.
As a teacher, it has shown me what the world has to offer. I'm a person that went to high school, straight to college, then into the education teaching field. I wanted to experience what else was out there, have the ability to talk to my students about jobs that they could get upon graduating.
I think it's okay to make a mistake, but realize that you got to have the perseverance to keep going to get to that right solution.
Whenever you can get students to buy in that you're working together, the whole idea of collaboration gives them an empowerment, and when they feel empowered, they're more apt to learn.
In my classroom, I anticipate that this year there will be much more collaboration, much more problem solving, and an integration of more technology.
Being able to experience that on the other side, in the business world, I think it's going to give me a huge thing to bring back to the students, that I know I'm going to design my lessons where they have to work together. It's not, did I get the right answer? It's, did we all work together correctly to get to the best place we can?
Many of the students lack the collaborative skills that they have not developed in the classroom, and so I want to focus on developing those along with a perseverance and a stick-with-itness kind of idea.
It provided me a little enthusiasm, kind of recharged the batteries working in this kind of environment. So I go back to school kind of a little bit more fired up as a result of this experience. And what I'm able to do is take some of the complex research materials that I worked with this summer and translate those into usable activities for my kids so they can make that bridge, that gap, and see that perhaps one, this is more interesting to them, and two, this is something they'd be interested in doing long term.
Every student has a skill, and it's getting those skills to come out and show them that they can have successes in school and make sure that they're enjoying the time that they have in school.
I can see the skills transfer from unit to unit. It's not as if you've mastered one formula and then you get to the next formula and you don't know what to do. It's that you've learned what the first formula means and you can apply those same skills to the next one and the unit after that. By the end of the year, they are far more comfortable as just thinkers as opposed to previously when they were just comfortable with using a calculator.
They have better buy-in. They're actually thinking, creating. When they're coming up with results that don't quite work, they're questioning why that is and what they did wrong, which maybe they didn't do anything wrong, it's just the way that it works, and that's what science is all about. It doesn't always work.
I really think that this program is worthwhile. I know it's difficult to take your summer and get to work, but honestly, I couldn't have done anything better. This has been amazing over the last 2 years.
It's also invoked curiosity in myself. So we're going to learn together. We're going to put some things into our curriculum that I'm not 100% sure how to do, and we're going to learn it together as one.
You have to be able to think for yourself. You have to be able to analyze information and know what you're talking about, or at least be able to reason through something. You need to be able to figure things out on your own, and I think that's what this shift in teaching for me has done, is to get these students to be able to think for themselves and analyze situations, even ones that they don't have any experience with.